we are capable of launching around 10,000 kg, 4,000 to 10,000 kg, and we are going to launch soon the 6,000 kg satellite also, communication satellite. So this is what just a simple line flow. Vehicles are few: SLV, ASLV, PSLV, GSLV, LVM3, and SSLV in between. So GSLV Mark 1, GSLV Mark 2, Mark 3. There are three versions are there. The Mark 3 is the LVM3 and it is a human spaceflight. It is ready for a human rated vehicle. These are up to this, it's all satellite. Can launch satellite. Only LVM3 can launch human in the space in the future. Okay. So this was the general common this one. So evaluation, if we see, it is SLV can size and everything is not much important, but what made the sizes is more important. SLV is a four-stage, a solid propellant vehicle. Even now, I hear how Kalam will start his talk whenever when we as a project manager still in my ear. It's a 4K, it is a four-stage solid propellant rocket after the 17 tons of 22 like that you will start any meeting. So it is his child. So SLV is our first site with a four solid propellant alone. And we are in the external stage. We are in the very anxious stage, and it is our first. And the SLV is a satellite of leaders, founders, because all the great scientists were there. All the great space scientists were there when the SLV is being launched, except Dr. Sarabhai. So all people, whatever the big scientists they became, all worked in our own way. One became the president. Lot of people got Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, and they became vice chancellors, etc., etc. At those time, and the chairman is Vikram Sarabhai. So the experimental vehicle. Then we started one small thing, that is to increase the payload capacity. We ordered two stopwatch, which is equivalent to the first stage of the SLV. This first stage of SLV is here in ASLV and here in PSLV also. Right? So this way only the SLV stage is still alive. Whenever a PSLV launch goes, the SLV first stage goes. That you must understand. So this SLV, ASLV is the landing vehicle, which got lot of failure rate. 50% of the ASLV is right. We started our launch in 1979. First vehicle is failure, but 1980 it was success within a year. But the ASLV 1987 started. After 5 years, our first successful ASLV is gone, because ASLV is a teacher, and it has taught us how to successfully design PSLV, successfully design GSLV and LVM3. The basic learning vehicle is ASLV. Nobody will be talking about that. Nobody knows who is the ASLV coordinator also. Right? And ASLV is a Kalam standard. And our Vikram Sarabhai is not the chairman, so this seven was the chairman. Okay. So this is the condition. Because just adding a two stop on, it is given a lot of idea, because we don't know how to attach a stop on to a vehicle. What are the aerodynamic instability will arise? What are the problems in ignition, control? Everything is taught a big lessons. This ASLV, and I was there fully in ASLV period when I joined in the SLV. But after that, I was joined in the ASLV. I run 2000 run the software to get the frequency and mode shape. The major problem is the stop ones are comparable to the core weight. You can see the size at least off. It is coming two stop ons comparing the vehicle it has come. It has created lot of lessons and failure, and of course the lessons. Here you can completely see that it is less comparable in size and less, very less. And now we have stabilized our stop on technology. How to give you a attached stop on aerodynamically and controllable stop ons. Okay, so that way The ASLE is this one, and again it is only solid state. A big leap to ASLE to PSLV is the propellant. If it is a polar, these two are low Earth orbit. We have so to increase from 45 kg to 150 kg only we increase. It is in a low Earth orbit, but here comes a polar orbit. Instead of orbiting the Earth again equator, it is orbiting the Earth polar, south pole and north pole. So it became a polar earthquake and 2.8 diameter, because at that time there was an embargo. We cannot. There's a restriction on ISRO by some foreign countries that we cannot go for a aluminum sheet rolling more than 3 meters. That is what done in HAL. HAL only was having the machine to roll a aluminum sheet for 2.8-meter diameter. So the diameter is fixed as 2.8. See the restrictions coming from that, right? These are the things we have. Even if it's not even SLV failure was in the stage, I will discuss the further. So we became 2.8, and the same first stage of SLV appears here also. And the change is it is a solid, liquid, solid, and liquid inside. So this is a combination of solid and liquid propellant vehicle first time. Yeah, world always mostly the first stage will be liquid, but this is India is only the PSM vehicle which has all first core is the solid. So this is the major change we have, and we establish our control and guidance system, and the liquid propellant engine. It has come from France, and 1970 a team of some 300 to 400 engineers went to France, and they literally taken not at the time CAD and everything was not there. They literally draftsman draw the parts of the engine. Around 4,000 parts were there. That many drawings they develop and come back to India. They will develop the engine called Vikas. That Vikas is nothing but Vikram Sarabhai. It is compression, because that's what Dr. Nambinarayan was the essential for that liquid propellant stage. Liquid propellant rocket in we are still using in LV, recent GSLV Mark II also, which launched our what is that disar is also using that same liquid stage. Okay, so PSLV is the vehicle which has solid propellant and liquid propellant. Okay, and the payload is tremendously increased to 10 times. It can go up to 2. I think Chandrayaan 1 is launched by PSLV. Okay, so it can it's a multi-orbit, multi-missions, multi-payload. All the things are done by PSLV. PSLV is a workhorse. It has created the history of launching 104 satellite in launch. It touched the history. Then comes GSL, where I was a core team member. By this time, I joined GSLV as a core team member. So from the design, I was involved in the project. So it is a 100th vehicle is also GSLV. You will be knowing. I am the man who worked in SLV to 100th vehicle also. Okay, in the GSLV by. So the configuration is a 4L40. That means liquid engine covered by a core. That same core of PSLV. Right. The first stage and second stage is same as PSLV. Then the stop-ons are removed instead of solid. We put 4 stop-ons, L40, and liquid propellant engine around the core. Then we added one more very important thing is a cryogenic upper stage. This cryogenic is the addition for the GSLV from the major difference between PSLV and GSLV is one is about the mission wise. It is going to launch communication satellite to the geosynchronous orbit of 40,000 kilometers away from center of the Earth. Here it will go only the polar 400 to 600, where the International Space Station orbit is there. So here it is for communication purpose. All the communication satellites are supposed to be launched by GSLV. So we created a I added a technology here, cryogenic upper stage. Okay. Now, there again, But there again, I prepared Mach 1, Mach 2. Mach 3 is called LVM3 with a liquid center and the solid booster as a stop on. The first time, first stage turned into a liquid. Okay, this is what the LVM3, what we call, is a Bahubali of our ISRO launch vehicle. It can launch at 600-ton weight. Meanwhile, around some 20-ton weight was SLV. It went to 400, 600-ton, the weight of the vehicle itself. PSL is around 300, and this is around 400, but this is around 600 is the total weight of the vehicle. Okay, so this was the general evaluation of the vehicle. Here, we cryogenic has become is the liquid propellant. Here also liquid. Here is the stage. First stage is solid with the liquid stop on. Second stage liquid. Third stage is CUS. That means the cryogenic upper stage. Here, there was a, I will tell the cryogenic story later. There is a Indian cryogenic as well as a Russian cryogenic was there in the beginning, seven stages. After that, we developed ourselves. Indigenous cryogenic engines now. So we developed, and the last flight of the GSL Mach 2, which launched in SR, is the 18th flight of indigenous cryogenic stage. With a major stage, again there are hurdle. We couldn't get the cryogenic stage in time, and some countries has obstructed. We should not get cryogenic, and I will tell the story later. The LVM3 is for mainly for higher payload. We are here from 45 kg to we have come to 4,000 kg around here, and we are going to 10,000 kg, 8 to 10,000 kg launching here in the LVM3 capacity. Correct. Mostly, and is going for human space flight also. It's a human rotated vehicle. Okay, that's why HLV they will call. They will remove the space heat shield and put the module with the escape tower. So this is what the general evolution. In between, we developed a SSLV. SSLV is a small vehicle. It's a vehicle with a three stage. It can be within 72 hours. It can be assembled and ready for launch. Okay, it is for mainly the small satellite launch vehicle. I will sometimes call it the student satellite launch. Lot of student startups are making satellite, and they want to launch by a launch vehicle instead of just clicking on in the fourth stage of PSLV like that. So we'll put it a separate vehicle for launching the SSL, which is not here. So this is the evolution of the right. And another deviation is we are entering into the reusable launch vehicle era. Right, we are going to enter in the reusable launch vehicle era, which SpaceX is introduced into the history of the rocket. The reused launch vehicle is there in different form. It itself a big topic. It will be a two-stage to orbit, TSTO orbit. The first stage will come back. Some come back and land. Second stage will come and land as a like a space shuttle model. Right. Now the space shuttle has stopped. When we launch our first satellite successfully in 1980, America is launching the first space shuttle. Right. See the lag of development. Okay, that's for this one I told, but not to be disgraced. So that timeline we seen. So first launch in 1979, and the 100th launch is taken for us in 2025. And Kalam was a project manager. Here chairman is our Narayana. He became the satellite. And when Isali there, he not even joined ISRO, our current chairman. So this was that 49 years is a saga. 46 years is the saga of the ISRO. How they developed from a small launch vehicle, and there is no launch tower. You can see the SLV will stand on a launcher, not on the ground. It will stand on the launcher, and then only you will get. This is a peculiar, and there was a analysis, dynamic analysis of this was given by Kalam to me when I joined SLV, whether the leaving vehicle will hit the tower, because it's just standing on the tower itself. Whether this leaving vehicle will hit the tower because of the flexibility of the tower and the rocket. So I did it and give it to him, and I said if we can leave sometime early, they clear the tower some 50 or 40 seconds earlier, then there will be no collision possibilities not there. That's not my prediction. Immediately, then everybody was thinking how to leave 50. We cannot increase the thrust, we cannot increase the propellant. All the discussion were come. Yes, next day morning, Kalam came coolly and he told that yeah, this SLV is resting on a small pin. Cut the pin size by 20, so some 2 or 5 centimeter, automatically it leave a layer. Okay, that's a decision. That is a leadership. Very coolly he told. Don't do anything in propellant or motor or anything. Cut the pin where it is standing. So it was clear the pin much earlier. So here also it will leave this also early. This kind of simple experience, and it's coming from a very visionary like this. Nowadays, that kind of solution will not come in any industry. I never seen such a person. Immediately give a solution, solve it, go. That's all. So it went. So this was just you have to kindly wait. We are asking to do. Okay. So if you see that, we are actually 100. We are telling, but where the 100 majority of the 60% is of the energy coming from PSL. Whatever we talk about Kalam or everybody or anything, the real game is coming from is PSL. There is only 4 ASLV and 4, I told four ASLV, not 3, 4 ASLV, then 62 PSLVs, right? 52 PSLVs, then 17 GSLV, 7 LVM3 and SSLV3. RLV is reusable launch angle, where and there is all testing, pair test. It is called paired apport test. These are all for RLV. But major portion is coming from in our launch vehicle, that is PSL. PSL is a good record of number of satellite launch, number of missions it has taken, and safety, and 2 times are its failure. We will see all these one by one. But one thing you have to understand, ISRO saga is not just like that it has come. You can see that first law 1979, we reached 10 vehicle in 1994. Next 20 is 21. So next 20, 30, 40, then we'll reach around 2025, we reach our 100th. Yeah, don't take it wrong. We have launched our 100th rocket in 46 years. Okay, 46 years. Am I correct? 46 years we have launched. But America is launching 145 launches in per year. Right? Now you understand? Even we can talk about saga and everything. But globally, if you compare with the US, where we are is, you must know. But what do you do? Why? You have to ask why. Why America is launching that much satellite? What might be the reason? Can anybody give the answer? If you can unmute some 2 or 3 people if you want. Why America is launching, is able to launch 145 launch per year?
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
I'm Sakityan Sarunakrishnan speaking from Bright Rider School, Abu Dhabi.
Sorry? Yeah, tell
I'm
me. Yeah.
Sakityan from Bright Rider School. So, sir,
Good.
I feel that the reason why America is able to launch more uh, like
Yes.
satellites and more rockets is because of their budget. Their budget is pretty high, and they are connected. They are affiliated with other space centers like SpaceX and
Good.
other
Very good.
countries also.
Well, give you a good clap where this is correct. If it is 145, out of this 145 launches, 135 is by SpaceX. Minimum 10 is by NASA, which is equivalent to ISRO. So we are not spoiled by ISRO or NASA comparison. Now we have to compare because of SpaceX. So that's what even our chairman yesterday also was telling, Somnath sir, except telling our rockets are good, but there is no manufacturing facility. So the coming year generation, one way is he can join ISRO. Other way is you can support ISRO by your startup or the manufacturing units are converting the current industries to manufacture rocket. We need people to manufacture rocket supply. We outsourced the PSLV, and one of the PSLV is going to be launched privately. Manufactured and assembled PSLV is going to launch, right? To be sold. So that is a major difference. It is not by the efficiency or anything. So, as you see, it took 46 years. But how it grows? See that? Yeah. See this? It took 15 years to complete for first 10 launches. Right? Then it is took around 12 years for the next 10 launches. Suddenly, after PSLE start this one, it will come to only 5 years. 15 years has reduced to 5 years. Then it slowly come to 3 years, sometime 2 years, sometime 1 year we had 10 launches. But some COVID has come time, then it will be right. Then 100th launch is within 2 years. So I mean, last this one has come 2 year, 2 years. Now next 5 years we will complete 100 launch. That's what Dr. Narayan is telling. Here where your young youth must be concentrated. So number of launch vehicles are required. Lot of satellites can be made very easily, not very easily, comparatively easily than rocket. But rocket making is not difficult. So that is the reason why ourselves and our sir, our Google sir also started this program under Sivathanu Pillai sir is to create a rocket exposure. We are a lot of people are now doing a lot of association are doing just watching the star, what just seeing the planet, they are aligning whether it is aligned, whether they are there, then it will align. It will be star is star, it will be there only. But we can manufacture it, we can design a rocket, we can manufacture it, we can launch a rocket. So that's the reason why rocketry is more important for future India. Where the future means we must also able to our symbol, our goal is to 100 launches per year. That's a future goal where you have to increase the number of launches, right? By the private. So if we see that what I tell I'll comprise, SLV is 1980. Is the first orbital launch with the permission and taking mighty. Four-stage solid propulsion, indigenous orbital capacity. It proved India can make. India entered the space. ASLV is 1984 to 7 years. Higher payload, not higher payload, 150 kg. That the booster, stop-on booster, that the improved guidance. Yeah, how we failed in SL3 also we explained. Improved guidance, and it is an intermediate step to connect SLV with PSLV. SLV and PSLV is almost same, except some few small stop on. But ASLV is not like that. It is the big stop on. Then BSLV 1993 2%, versatility, reliability, liquid stages, multiple variants, but no cryo. Is a lunar. It participated in lunar Mars mission, multi-orbital, multi-payload, multi-satellites, and it can take all the global launches. It launched for other countries. Then comes 2001 GSLV Mark 1 2. Right? This is a geostationary. Now we are entering from polar orbit to geostationary orbiter. Then indigenous cryogenic upper stage. First Russian CUS, cryogenic upper stage. CUS called cryogenic upper stage. First Russian, then Indian, then communication satellite deployment of all, right? And now it is improved to, this is the just a minute. SSLV, yeah, agile, low cost, autonomous aiming, rapid integration, Rabbit integration is the first one. Within 72 hours, I think, we can assemble this rocket and ready for launch. For a small satellite, we need not use DSLV for a small satellite. Right? RLVTD is a reusable launch vehicle. Right? A winged body in the second stage is a TSTO. It is called two stage to orbit. Future reusable launch systems and everything. Then NGLV is from 2030. So now we are coming RLVT. So this is where the launch vehicle is standing. Just is a technical detail will let us see. Just seeing four stage will do. First technical stages, 4 PSLV is 4. The what is current? Other 2 is retired. SLV is retired. ASLV also retired. Currently now is PSLV, GSLV, and LVM3 and SSLV RT. So 4 stages. GSLV Mark II is 3 stages, and is also 3 stages. Solid liquid, cryogenic is the first vehicle which have all the 3 propellants: solid, liquid, cryogenic, and the second is the LVM3. You can see the thrust at liftoff is 4.2 kilonewton, around 480 tons. It must be greater than the PSLV weight, that launch vehicle weight. 740, I mean 740 tons approximately, 870 tons is the thrust. Okay, so payload is to the low Earth orbit. That means a polar orbit around 400. Low Earth orbit is around 3.8 ton, 500 ton, 5 ton, 10 ton. Okay, it is all geosynchronous or polar any vehicle. Last time we have Nisar is launched to a polar orbit for just a circular orbit, polar orbit using a GSLV Mark II. So all these polar and multi, they are switched off. We can switch off, swap it. The orbits can be swapped. Now that's what they're doing. Then payload is to the GTO. GTO is a communication away. If we go away and away, it will be less. It will be reducing, right? In the low Earth orbit, but anyhow, you got to go for a communication orbit. It will reduce to 4 kg. This 10 kg YLEA, when it is in the communication, it is only 4 ton. But for a LEO, which is near to us, is 10 tons. Why? Anybody? Why this reduction of mass, 10,000 to 4,000?
Good evening, sir. I am Nirmanya Pay from SSM School, New Perangattur, sir. I think the answer for this question is geosynchronous orbit is much more distant than a low Earth orbit, so requires more fuel and hence less mass can be carried.
Very good. Correct answer. It is because of the orbit. If we go to moon, the payload will increase or decrease?
Decrease, sir.
It will decrease definitely, right? So which is heavier? Which vehicle, launch vehicle, has gone to moon? Landed on the moon?
LVM 3.
Landed on the moon. It sent the satellite to land on the moon. Human landing on moon. Which rocket has taken?
Saturn
human
V.
to,
Saturn V.
Saturn V. Saturn V is a rocket take. Its payload weight in for the this one to land on the moon is 25 tons. Such a powerful rocket. It can take 25 tons to the moon. Not only that, it will take 5 tons from moon to earth back. We are the 3 people, no. We cannot leave. All these are just launching the rocket. In the human, we have to come back with the say almost a weight. So others will just orbiting the satellite. It is a human flight. We have to orbit and come back with the weight to the internet. Okay. PSLV 1 is Chandrayaan 1, Mangalyaan, and 104 satellite all done the PSLV. GSAT series, INSAT series, and Chandrayaan 2, Chandrayaan 3, and OneWeb satellite for SpaceX. It is launched by LVM3. This is the status now. Right? This is the first order. Notable missions you have seen that. So key insight, there are some failures also. PSLV failed 5 times and one partial failure, 92% success rate. GSLV Mark II is 60 and LVM3 71%. So our next goal is 100% success rate in launch vehicle. Right? That is necessary. Because what is the PSLV? What is the SpaceX success rate? Anybody knows? Shukla went by which launch vehicle? Name the launch vehicle which took Shukla to the International Space Station. Subhanshu Shukla. Anybody?
Sir, good evening, sir. My name is R. Sanjeev Kumar. I am from Malamal Vidyashram, sir. Sir,
Right.
I think Shukla went to space in Indian by through ISRO rocket, sir. I think it is PSLE, sir.
Wrong. Anybody else? What is the
Good
name
evening.
of the rocket or satellite launch vehicle which took
Good evening,
Subhanshu
sir.
Shukla? Yeah, sorry.
My name is Sarananda Padmanaban from Jawahar Higher Secondary School, CBSE Neyveli.
Good.
I think Shukla was launched by Falcon 9 rocket, sir.
Very good. Falcon 9 and Block V, Block 5. So how many times can you guess it is launched? SpaceX Falcon. Anybody? Any idea? Any guess? Actually, Subhan Shukla's launch was which times? How many times can anybody can guess? So actually, Swan 6 was around 500 the launch. Okay, and but because of the delay, it has become 502 or 503. Correct. So like that now it is when so SpaceX is launching every day. His launch rate is one rocket per 2 day per 2 days. Okay, so like that. So SpaceX is there. So like that we will begin compare the SpaceX and we must develop a commercial firm or anything can develop a vehicle which has a consistency. Okay. This launch vehicle mission outcomes. So ISRO launch PSL, we can see that it is partial failure, but total failure, partial failure, and you can see the partial success, partial, like GSLV and LVM3. So PSLV is standing up in all the category. Okay, right. What are the technical leaps we have done? We have done cryogenic mastery because India actually, what happened to cryogenic story? When Russia was ready to do the cryogenic technology to the GSLV, they agreed to give 7 stages plus transfer of technology. But there was a senator. Senator means like a MP, like our MP in the parliament, American parliament, and they get up and told, we will not allow Russia to give the technology to India. Otherwise, if Russia gives, we will cancel the donation around some $320 billion they are giving. America is giving to Russia as a donation to help Russia at that time. It will be stopped. So it was stopped, and we are given only stages, not the technology. Not the technology. So we have to develop our own technology. So under the leadership of Dr. Narayan, the husband, is a liquid, is a cryogenic expert. He's a doctorate and MTech in that. He's also junior in my IIT Kharagpur. So he studied and he developed under his. He started actually the cryogenic development was started by one Padma Shri Jnana Gandhi. He was the first man for the India. Is a guru of the Indian cryogenic stage. So he developed. So finally, we India itself developed by ISRO itself developed cryogenic stage, but in this process, we lost 10 years. It took 10 years. People are not ready to offer cryogenic. They are not even ready to come to India and discuss with us. They are invited to some Valiyamala somewhere in Trivandrum, but they told we will not come. There is a lot of snakes will be there. We are afraid. India is not the correct place to discuss scientific discussion. And all the team went to Bombay, staying in the airport guest house and met them, and all the things were taken. With all we have developed our cryogenic upper stage. So it is that 10 years old, and now our Indian is up level. The same MP now he became the president of American, Joe Biden. So he gave orders, lot of orders to lot of satellites to launch to Indian launch vehicle, that is a GSM. Okay, so the history is this is our success. So the mastery of cryogenic, another is clustered booster. So heavy booster like a Ariane configuration. We got that now the solid booster. First, this one is S200 means solid 200-ton propellant. We are booster we are attaching with LVM3. Okay, and autonomous systems, SLV, RDLDD, all the things are introduced on board autonomy for guidance, landing, all the reusable launch vehicle technology has come. Semi-cryogenic we are going now. Semi-cryogenic means it is a because part is going in atmosphere, part is in the space. So we use the semi-cryogenic liquid for that. So to get the improve the specific impulse. What is a cryogenic engine? The cryo means it is low temperature. So the propellant exists in the low temperature of it is a liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen only. It is 253 degrees C and 183 degrees C minus. It has to exist. We have to storable. All the problems will be there. So we have mastered this cryogenic technology. So what is the why we have to change the propellant? If we use solid propellant like SLV, the specific impulse. What is specific impulse? Specific impulse, whenever you want a bike, what they will promise you? Anybody? You want to go to the showroom and buying a motorbike, right? Any Suzuki or a Pulsar or this one. What they will tell first? What they will promise?
It has, sir, I am Harshada from Sairam Institutions.
Okay.
It has 2 years or 10 years warranty. They will tell, sir, firstly.
Much in number of years you are telling. Another
Uh,
important
20
one. What is the
10
important one they will tell?
10 years, sir.
You will ask the warranty or warranty will come final.
Sir,
First, to attract you,
good
they will
evening,
check
sir.
performance. Eh?
Good evening, sir. I'm Sri Dhanalakshmi from UAC School, E-Road.
Yeah.
Mileage, sir.
Yeah. Sorry?
Sir, they will assure for mileage.
Very good. Very good. That's all. They'll assure it will go 100 kilometers per liter, 200 kilometers per liter. But if you ride, it will go only 50. They will tell it is in the city. Then they will tell it is in the village side. It is in the rough road and everything. Right? So it is a specific is nothing but for drop of propellant, how much thrust you will produce. That's all. It is a thrust per drop, weight of the propellant. Right. So that will be the called 180. Solid propellant, it will give very low specific impulse. It will 180 to 260. Liquid rocket propellant one is nothing but the kerosene. Okay, liquid locks. It is called liquid oxygen is locks. 300 to 350. Our PSLV employs that will give 300 to 350. Liquid log plus different combination. Liquid hydrogen logs will give 450 to 460. Correct. Then UDA much various weight, and cryo will give much more. LLOX and LS2 will give 450 to 460. And Aslan chemical rocket, this is a range. If you want a mode of propulsion to ion or electric propulsion, you will get 1,000 to 10,000. But low thrust only you get. It may be low thrust, but for longer time. It is higher thrust for low time. Right. So this is what the specific impulse will have it. That is the reason why we are improving for chemical rocket. So what is the word? We were guest to host. We are a guest means Rakesh Sharma went as a guest. First lodging. Shukla and we paid 50, right? Around some 550 crores for his travel to International Space Station, including the training, etc., etc., everything. So we were just like a guest. We went in the Rakesh Sharma without any payment. He went there and 7 days and he come back. So but Shukla has come, he training and we paid. So we are not so our guest. And we are launching lot of satellites. First we launched our Aryabhatta through some Russian. Now we are launching for every country. This one. Majority for USA. I have a list I will show it to you. And human space. Next one is human space flight. We started human space flight. And we have a lot of SSLV, NGLV. All the things are for commercial purpose. Any country wants, they can use. They have to pay by dollar per kg. Right? So these are the 3 leaps we have in our saga has started. Success rate, as he told, right? Success rate 900, GSLV is slightly lower, and global reach 400 foreign satellite, and innovation SSLV and RLVD are the innovation side. LVM3 is now human rated. It can human space flight has come. Man to moon, man to international space station. First man in orbit, man in international space station. Third is man in moon. Fourth is man in Mars. Right? You will be definitely you will be going to moon. Your son will be going to Mars. Your grandson will be going to Jupiter. Agree? But all of you must get married. Right? Okay. So the strategic leap has come now. India is improving, and we are going step by step. And right, 1 minute. Right. And ISRO has land revenue in 22 when you started 2003 only 15 million US dollar, 30 foreign satellite only we launched. But 22, 14 to 23, 9 years we start 157 million, 400 foreign satellite launch. Right? Like that we have launching and 450, and we are earning by satellite launch vehicle also. Right? At the same time, we have met failures also. SLV first D1 in 1979 is a failure. Reach orbit because of the control system fail. The version is control system is red fuming nitric acid, RFNA. It is colorful, but there was a leak in the control system. Valve is not closed properly for various reasons. Somebody is selling because of some dirt, and it's start leaking, and it is a colorful gas. At the time, not 1 or 2 color camera only was there. We couldn't detect. And even it was missionary telling to Kalam, sir, it is slightly leaking, and people opinion it will not matter. But after getting the concern launch, but it became a failure. Like that, ASL D1 in 1987 it started. 1992 was the first successful flight because of this stop-on dynamics, where vibration and bending, aerodynamic phenomena, and the proper ignition problem because of the vibration ignition wire is pulled out. A lot of things and the guidance problem. All the things happened, then it became a failure. But we learned a lot of things. PSL D1 is a failure. First flight of PSL is a failure. I visited Sarkar for first PSL launch with my son. Now I have got a grandson. Okay, right, malfunction. To a PSL C3, payload fairing failed to open. After a long time, 1993, then so many long years, there was one failure in PSL where the key shell didn't open, satellite didn't come. So C61 chamber put off, failed to reach the orbit. So all this, all the failure gave us a lesson. Right, 1 minute. GSL D3 also a failure because it failed to reach the intended orbit. Indigenous grade say underperformed. Stop-on booster failed to ignite. GSL F06. So like that, there was a failure timeline also there. Like our successful timeline, there is a failure timeline also there. So difference between PSL and GSL, everything is there. This is the total number of satellites for different countries. We launched more satellite for years. Yeah, United States don't have a medium launch vehicle now. Right? There is no medium. Launch vehicle is now there with NASA. They have a big vehicle, Artemis, those kind of vehicle, where it will go to a very big vehicle. There it is bigger than, efficient than, powerful than Saturn V, and which is going to Moon and Mars with the 4 people. Right. So that kind of vehicle is there, but not for small satellite launching. So they gave it to countries like us. 231 satellites. So for United Kingdom, UK, who taught us maths, who taught us science, who taught us chemistry, everything is we are launching for. Singapore 20, Germany, Canada. These are more than 10. I have given a list. Like that, various countries get an right. ASLV, right. These all thing general. So this is what the total doing. That's why we reach 100 now. So it is not a big thing. Then finally we are in the SSLV. SSLV to SSLV. You can see that the various all are solid propellant stages, and you can go to 500 to 600 kg in 600 kilometer altitude. So it is for small satellite can be assembled and put in this. It is a multi-user, right? So it can be assembled within a very short time. It is for private people can use, or universities can use, students can use, like that. These are the SSLV T1 is now in operation. This is the first launch of SLV. You can see SLV Dr. Kalam. It is not a horizontal movement. Now it is a horizontal movement, not a vertical transportation. You can see 2 people standing here. So Kalam and Dr. Sadish Devan both are talking. Project manager and doing. I think this is Mr. Tattan. Okay, right. This is a satellite, roving satellite in the launch. But you can see this is what I'm telling. It is not this one. It is running in the launcher. This analysis only I have done immediately as a junior engineer. Like that. It is a person. You can see some of the. These are all I have explained. See. If we go time wise, lot of things are to be done. So this is another comparison how it is 100 is read, but technically we have our strength is indigenous propulsion, modular design, commercial success, and innovation. These 4 things is the achievement of the saga of in the ISRO, right? So if we can go, I can tell how much satellite PSLV has launched. Big history is there. Okay, SLV first flight 1979, ASLV 1987, 8 years, PSL first flight but not successful flight. That you remember, 1993 PSLV, not GSLV Mark 201, 2014 LM3. We can come from even our height also. You can compare along with that height 22 meter to 45 meter, and GSLV Mark 2 is a 50 meter, the lengthiest, tallest launch vehicle, and much more important is the payload. Payload increase. We have come back. Forces, all these liquid, solid, cryogenic, everything, all these are not retired. Only these 3 are active. Right? Active. So GSLV Mark 2, Mark 3, LVME 3, SSLV, right, is active. So comparing our vehicle with a global vehicle where we stand, not much. GSLV Mark 3 it is only 40-45 meter height, 8 ton. Whereas a Falcon, 22.82 ton. Falcon Heavy, 65 tons. So Ariane is the ESA agency, 21. Delta V, now it is not there, 29 tons. So you can see where we have to, our next generation has to reach around at least 25 tons. Okay, that's our next goal. Right? Just leave it. These are the, okay, China ships. This we have seen already. So like that, see some other pictures, you can see a president and the prime minister standing side by side in 1972. He is our Sadish Dhawan, Manmohan Singh sir, right, our Kalam sir. Both of them met as a president and prime minister at the same time. MGK Menon, and he's a Mr. Ratan Rao Germany was the PD GSLV when I was working the GSLV Mark 1. We are product director. This is August 1978. When, so Manmohan Singh when come as a finance commission member. See, this is first our transport vehicle is this nose cone. He's taking his Mr. Satya. He's taking nose cone for a launch pad. Once, Indira Gandhi madam came, so in front of this one, Kalam decided to Vikram Sarabhai decided to launch here one sounding rocket in front of her to get her appreciation, and all the people, including Kalam, went. Only one jeep was there at the time, so they took a jeep and went to the launch pad, and they forgot to take Mr. Satya and Velappanayar, these two people, and the payload to the launch pad. Kalam is shouting. Satya is telling, first time I heard Kalam is angry with me. Kalam is saying, where is the payload? So they don't have the jeep also. Jeep is there with the there in the launch pad. So these two people, 2 kilometers, put it in the cycle and then went. Most of the people tell it is a Kalam. Like, no, it is a Velappanayar. Okay, I know which date also taken, photograph taken also there. It is because Satya recently expired, a composite expert. And the expert, he told me all this incident. Okay, and you know a lot of stories about Kalam also, which I am not going to tell. And this is Namina Ranan who developed our liquid second stage in the PSLV. Right? Tell me one vehicle which uses solid, liquid, and cryogenic. Anybody? Tell me one
Sir,
large.
GSLV, sir.
Huh?
GSLV, sir.
What are the things you do? You're using solid? Solid, liquid, and cryo. Yes, correct. It is GSLV only. Right? Which uses only solid and liquid?
Sir, PSLV.
PSLV. Which uses solid, liquid, and indigenous cryogenic vehicle. Cryogenic.
LVM3.
Eh?
LVM3.
LVM3. Okay, like that. So now you know what is the things. But a lot of we can see like a lot of photos are there. I have seen. I told you some other things to you. Right. So our saga has come to this one. So this is the first ESLV flight. So yeah, Kalam's best quality is a team spirit, and he allowed other project managers to explain the success. And his name is Kamir Jamal, professor. I didn't remember. This is Sasikumar. This is N. Sundararajan. Now he is currently working in Singapore University as a come back. One of my mentor, right? All the successful launches and everything is there. Okay, so I'll leave it to you. So this is what the current chairman you can see, Sivan, right, from DMIT, my junior, and Kiran Nair from IISc, Radhakshan Nair, my colleague, and junior Somnath. Okay, almost most of them are from IISc, Indian Institute of Science. So one of the things, if you want to get into ISRO, join IISc in the future. Okay, that is the one thing I would tell our Mr. Narayanan. I taught him maths in AME. This is the only issue now. And he became director of VSSC. He is very Rajarajan. He is Rajarajan. He is the son of ISRO employee who became the director of VSSC. Correct. Like this, lot of hard work has gone, and we have achieved a lot. And the younger generation also must achieve long. Right. Thank you. Any question you can ask. I give a lot of time to question and answers. Please.
Sir,
Yeah.
good evening, sir. I'm
Good
Saipana from Pondicherry of Pedisamana CBSE school, sir.
Okay.
So my question is, how come is the efficiency of a rocket calculated if they have different propulsion systems, sir? For example, liquid rockets efficiency and so
No,
on.
that is the specific impulse. See, once you select the propellant, okay, either it's solid propellant or liquid propellant or cryogenic propellant, once the combination of the propellant will tell you how much it will give the specific impulse it will give. You not put it in you can test it. Before launching itself, we can test it. The combination of the chemical combination of the propellant will tell you your specific impulse. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank
The
you.
other parameters are there. density. Sometimes very less density, we need more vehicle, and then the propellant tank will be a very lengthier, bulkier, and everything is there. If it is a very good density, small tank is enough. Correct? So these
Yes,
kind
sir.
of things will be there. Mainly, it is a specific impulse which decide the parameter that can be
Thank you.
tested. But already it is tested and graded. This combination will give this much specific impulse like that. Like your Honda will give 100, TVS Suzuki will give 80. Like that, it is already tested and calibrated and standardized. So it is left to you to select the combination of the propeller. Next question.
Sir, my name is Sheikh Adil from Velmal Metric, sir.
Hmm.
Before you told that SpaceX is launching over 130 rockets per year,
Yeah, yeah,
while NASA and ISRO are only launching 10 per year, sir.
yeah. Hmm.
But NASA and ISRO are government-backed organization, while
Hmm.
SpaceX is just privately owned. Then how
Yes.
is SpaceX launching so many rockets, sir?
Yeah, that is the innovation. That is the innovation. So SpaceX also first initial 3 rockets failure. Fourth rocket only success. That is their production capacity. That is the private people always no, that do not give a wrong impression. But the private, the better on working. There is Elon Musk. That guidance, that vision. I am telling you, when NASA, Kalam and 5 people were getting training, the next room there were 5 more engineers were there. They are not from India. Can you guess which country they are from?
America, sir.
They are training in America. Who will be?
I don't know, sir.
You can guess? Which
Russia?
country is?
Russia?
No, Russia will not come to America for training.
India?
Sorry? That country is near to us.
Yeah.
Country you know very well.
Sir,
Near
is it
to
China?
us. Not China.
China?
China. China is developing their own.
Sir, Sri Lanka?
No.
Japan?
Pakistan?
It is a Pakistan.
Oh,
So
okay.
there are Pakistan engineers also trained in 1960. Now compare our growth and their growth. Right? Just I am telling. Okay, you understand? It is not just a training. It is your passion, your inherent talents. Right? That only will give you the result.
Sir, but NASA started before SpaceX and even ISRO, sir. Then
Yeah.
why are they not beating SpaceX in
No,
rockets
SpaceX
launch
is
per year?
sorry. See, it is not NASA is interested in various things, other things. So SpaceX just started as a parallel company to NASA, but it has grown up like anything. Actually, NASA, SpaceX is living on NASA's contract. Recently, Sunita Williams went, right? You know that, right? That problem.
Yes, sir.
Right. See, it is history is like that. Okay, I think you have time. Gokul sir, I have time to talk more stories. Hello?
Yes, sir. You can proceed, sir. We have time, so no problem.
Yeah, 1981. So space shuttle 2011, the space shuttle was, what is the purpose of the space shuttle? Space shuttle is to take 7 astronauts to the International Space Station, which is orbiting 440 kilometers above the Earth. The 1980, 2011, in between, there are 2 accidents has come. Columbia and everything, where the Kalfan Chawla also died. 7 plus 7, 14 people died.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So America decided to stop the space shuttle, and they stopped. And the man began, one of the committee member, chairman is nothing but Neil Armstrong. Right? In the committee. Okay, it is stopped. And then who will take astronaut to the International Space Station? Russia came to the, right? Russia said, we will take. They will charge around 60 million US dollar per seat. Like that, you have to pay by some travels, right? We are going to Chennai to Bangalore, Chennai to Trichy, you are paying 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees, like that. They ask you to take a one astronaut, go back and come by 60 million US dollar. It was happening for some years. But America want to create their own soil, own launch vehicle must give. But the NASA gave rocket always contract to one company. That company is called Boeing. Not only for aircraft, it is for the satellite rockets also. This time, one more amount has come. So 60 million US dollar, I will launch it in 10 million US dollar. That man is called Elon Musk. My company will make that rocket. So the 4 billion to Boeing, another 3 billion to SpaceX. NASA has given the contract. Okay, NASA is the supreme. They are not making me, they are making through SpaceX and Boeing. It is not a competition with NASA. NASA is a pay master. So they gave the contract to him. So Sunita Williams, SpaceX has successfully completed 10 trips to International Space Station. Guru 1 to this one. But Boeing is struggling from the beginning. And the first flight started with Sunita Williams and Wilmore, which ended in the problem. So the two contractor, that is the reason why the Sunita Williams have to stay long. They have to take a decision. The competitor contractor will not take you back. So that way only SpaceX is funded by NASA. All this project, and they are developing their own capability like a rocket after rocket. But now Starship, it will take 100 people to moon. Will you happy? And per 100 people, they will charge.
Yes, sir.
See that is the improvement. That is the innovation. That is the hard work. That is the knowledge. That is the management. Everything integrated into one, then it will become a great success. Okay, that's the question.
Okay.
Next.
Thank you, sir.
Next question.
I'm Samjukta from Jeevana School, Madurai. And my question is, what is the difference between GSLV and PSLV, sir?
GSLV is for geo communication with 40,000 kilometer orbit. PSLV is for polar, major. It is the main. It is around 400 kilometer orbit. But PSLV launch satellite will be orbiting the South Pole and North Pole, where the GSLV satellite will allow the geostationary orbit around equator.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, next.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I'm T. Basan from St. Anne Migration School, Brockton in Navy, sir.
Okay.
So my question is, in SpaceX, they are 13,000 employees, sir, but now ISRO, we are having 20,000 employees, sir. How they can make per year 137 rockets, sir?
These are all, they're employing a lot of robotic, right?
Yes, sir.
Their project management, lot of robotic, everything is there. So they are slightly advanced manufacturing techniques. Everything they are using, and there will be a night and a day hard working also there. You tell me whether you will understand or anything.
Yes, sir, I understand.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Once we want to shift one mission, one lathe, let us say, mission from Vikram Sarabhai Space Center to Sriharikota near Chennai. You will be all knowing that is called the Satish Dhawan Space Center. There was a strike immediately by the employees in VSSC. It delayed, so they are thinking that they are shifting space station from Trivandrum to Chennai. So all people striked, and it delayed SLV by 1 year. As written by one of the director. It delayed 1 year. So this is our mentality. That is their mentality. Now you can understand a delay can happen in anywhere.
Sir.
Okay. Right.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Right.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. I am B. Dasandra from class 9A, Velama Vidyalaya, sir. Sir, my doubt here is, sir, we know that SpaceX tested Falcon 9 in wind tunnels and refined griffins, sir. But in India, what kind of experiments did they do for to reduce the drag in our rocket, sir?
Drag is mainly, it is for 70 seconds only. See, drag is a phenomena which occurs when the satellite launch vehicle travels within the atmosphere. Okay. So within the atmosphere, it is drag is proportional to v squared, velocity squared, and rho density. They will try to control the velocity during the atmosphere, they will reduce the atmosphere. They will reduce the thrust even. After crossing the atmosphere only, it will go speed. You see that? Always the GSLV graph, have you seen? If you see
Yes,
that
sir.
first stage burnout, it will be only 2 kilometers per second or less than that. After that, only you will reach 7.8 kilometers after the other stages. Okay. They will reduce
Yes,
the
sir.
velocity. There is a one technique. Because in the high density medium, they will be rho also high at the time. So that they will try to reduce the velocity, angle of attack, and everything. And the shape of the nose cone is tested for low drag. But at the same time, it has to accommodate. That's why nose is not stopped. Right? It's a blended nose. All the things are there.
Yes, sir.
The
Thank you, sir.
aerodynamic design. Yeah. Next.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
I'm SM Diksha from KSR School, sir.
Good.
Sir, why we didn't launch human in Chandrayaan 3, sir?
Human in Chandrayaan 3. No. First, we will orbit. A human must orbit. And it will take more time to reach moon. Okay. It is 12 days or 14 days like Apollo. Sorry, 2 or 3 days like that. So we have to develop a system, life supporting system. Right? The man who land on the moon must have food, water, and mainly the oxygen. He must have a proper dress, spacesuit. Spacesuit making is not easier. It will delay the flights. Okay, all the things we will develop. So one by one we will go. First, we will send a moon to the orbit. Then we will send the moon to the International Space Station. We are sending a Shukla to the International Space Station by SpaceX. But our next goal is first to orbit the moon, Gaganyaan. Sorry, orbit the Earth, Gaganyaan. Then we will send to our own International Space Station we build. We will send our Indian to our International Space Station. Then to the moon. Like that, step by step, we are going. By 2035 or 2040, a man will be landing on the moon.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Thank you,
that
sir.
is it. Okay. Step by step, we have to go.
Sir, I'm Avantika from Jawahar Metric High Secondary School, Block 24, Neyveli.
Okay, good.
My question is, why American rockets are more expensive than Indian rockets?
Because our Indian engineers are paid very less. American engineers are paid more. Correct? That's the reason why our cost is there. The manufacturing cost is less in India, but manufacturing time may be large. Okay. So
Okay,
our
sir.
pay comparing them one is very less. Because $1 is 80 times higher than Indian money. Okay. So that salary and everything may be less here. All the things. But not in America.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So my name is Shrivita, Kanyakumari, Amrita Vidyalayam, Kanyakumari, sir.
Okay.
Sir, why PSLV is most probably preferred by us, sir, and why ISRO called them as workhouse of ISRO?
PSLV is we are versatile. Versatile means we are very convenient with them, and it is already performed wrong. Right? Only very few success rate is very high, 92%, 95%. So that is more important, no? Right? We are launching satellite for other countries, so they are paying. We must safely launch. So PSLV has a good record of consistent success rate. That is the reason we are preferring and assembling, manufacturing. Everything is already proven. 60 vehicle has got. So all the things are set up. Sorry.
Sir, first PSLV launch, it is successful or failure, sir?
Which one?
The first PSLV sent.
Yeah, first SLV, first ASLV, first PSLV, all are failure.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
And first SSLV also.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir. My name is Ananta Padmanabhan from Jawahar Higher Secondary School, CBSE, Block 17.
Yeah,
If the thrust to weight ratio is critically critical during liftoff,
sorry?
logical trade-off
Your voice is cutting.
are made between engine power and structural.
No, voice is cutting. But I can hear
If
power. Ah, ask, please ask. Tell me, ask me.
Is the thrust to weight ratio is critical during liftoff? What logical trade-offs are made between engine power and structural mass?
Yes. See, your thrust is supporting your weight as well as the drag. Right? The equation is D minus D is equal to the weight of the solar propeller. So the rocket structures are designed for maximum aerodynamic load, or maximum means of rho v square alpha max. So angle of attack max, dynamic pressure max. So that will be proportional to the load. Or the load it is designed for that. So engine thrust already we know what is the level of thrust, but we will know what is the load coming by the forces acting on the vehicle. Thrust is always again taken. Thrust will taken the weight. A small perpendicular load will break the vehicle, right? And moreover, each part of a launch vehicle designed for different criteria. Motor is designed for the internal pressure, whereas the interstage will design for a bending movement created by drag and thrust and all the load, right? Bending movement and shear force. Heat
Yes,
shield
sir.
is designed for a jettisoning force. So like that, each part is a motor, pressure, everything is combined. So each stage is designed for different. Okay, that is taken care. What are the four forces acting on the vehicle? Tell me. What are the four forces acting on a rocket or a satellite launch vehicle?
Ejection force.
Huh?
Ejection force.
Hmm. Ejection force.
Another three one I forgot, sir.
What are the major forces acting on a launch
Sir,
vehicle?
shall I say, sir?
Yeah, please tell. Please tell.
Thrust, weight, lift, drag, sir.
Yes, very good. Weight, thrust, lift, drag. But rocket is a no lift body. You must keep lift is very lowest forces, not like a aircraft. What is the another force is there? What is the fifth force? Anybody can guess? We have discussed that. Mostly all the launch vehicle failure because of that force. Anybody how the SLV failed? I told you. Control force, right? If you cannot control the vehicle, that also acting. So if the angle of attack more, the vehicle will create more lift force, and it is going on in a cycle and finally fail. Okay, not because of that. The angle of attack is more important. The lift force created by you will bend the vehicle and crash. Right? It's getting time. We know our last question, and we can have another section also sometime. Yeah. Any
Sir,
question?
my name is Prajwal Sanjit from
Yeah.
grade 8B
Yeah.
Wales Global School, Mogapet, Chennai, sir.
Okay.
Sir, in a rocket, every propellant needs a oxidizer to burn, no, sir, in an
Yeah.
outer space.
Yeah.
Sir, then even hydrogen needs oxygen to burn in outer space, sir.
Hydrogen?
Hydrogen also needs an oxidizer to burn, sir.
No, no. There are some program hypercolic. It doesn't need any catalyst. It will on mixing it will burn. Okay. Like this also propellant is there. Here there must be a catalyst will be there. Chemical. It's a chemical reaction.
Okay, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you, sir.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Any question will continue. We'll have some other session sometime. Okay. Right. How was the session? Give the feedback, please. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
It's a very important session you have got before. Maybe definitely we will have one more session when you are having a free time, sir. That they can even ask a lot of questions and they can make them much more knowledgeable and wisdom on this topic. So I request our Secretary Madam to deliver the vote of thanks.
Yeah. Right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Can I leave?
Yes, sir.
All of you sit on camera. I want to take a photograph
Okay,
of
sir.
this
Fine,
session.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All of you on. Yeah. It's or Balamurugan. You
Yes,
see,
sir.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
after a long time.
Yes, sir.
Only
Nice to
know
see
that
you, sir.
whatever other people. Yeah. We'll take a photograph. Good. Very good student. They're talking very clearly. Right. Comparing the webinar yesterday, our students are talking very clearly and their questions are very, very, very good. And it is clear without any hesitation. I appreciate that attitude. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.
Yes, sir. Thank you
We'll
so
meet
much,
again.
sir. So,
We'll meet again.
thank you so much for your time, sir. And your session was so interactive that the questions were pumping like anything, and they clarified then and there, sir. And
Okay.
I also need to appreciate your last session, sir. So in the government school, so it was so nice, and the video went viral, sir. So we could see that the MGR with the stick, the showcase.
Yeah, right,
That
right.
was so nice, sir. And
No, I am
really,
practicing. I am practicing Salam every day. That's my exercise.
oh, very
So,
great, sir. Very
first
great, sir.
Salamam, then only space mechanics.
Uh, yes,
Both
sir.
like I will do it in
Master.
separate. Mm.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you
Thank you.
so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. Right, right. Bye.
Kapila?
Yes, sir.
You can close it.
Okay, sir.